What's up guys, DuArktik here with another Marvel Strike Force video, and in this video we're going to talk about KANG the Conqueror. We're gonna see what's up with these shards, how many shards you can expect throughout this event that we have going on right now. It already passed 3 days, and based on all the data we collected, based on my progress so far, we can predict a maximum of character shards about this character. On top of that, we're also going to take a look at the situation going on right now with the community in terms of this event. A lot of people are concerned that this is the worst time ever in Marvel Strike Force. We're going to talk about that, if it's true or not. And even before that, we're going to talk about KANG, before or after, maybe after. We'll talk about KANG and some bugs that you should be aware of that were mentioned by Tauna in one of his videos, and I want to make sure people are aware of this because you might use some of the abilities of KANG and they might not work as you expect, especially in a certain game mode. So as always, if you like information on these videos, make sure you share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content, and make sure you smash that like button. Okay, let's talk about KANG. So we have the event going on right now that allows you to unlock KANG, He Who Remains. And this event is about blitzing. You have to blitz your brains off non-stop to unlock KANG. We get these fragments on blitz wins that allow you to get KANG shards, and you're gonna get a very small amount of character shards. The average is like 2.7, and most of the times you're gonna get a 2. I have got 2.4 so far. I have got 1.6, and that's it. So that means that throughout these 3 days that we have this event going on right now, I was able to obtain 88 shards. 88 shards. So that means that I got an average of 30 shards per day. The event lasts for 7 days, so that means that in total, if you do the 8 rotations per day, if you use your blitz charges on a good blitz seed, if you don't know what's a blitz seed, it's when you beat the enemies and you see a lot of drops like 1,000, 2,000s, that's when you should use your blitz charges. If you're going to get only 15, 30 and so on, all those small numbers, you should not use your blitz charges. So keep this in mind because it will increase your levels of success. Other thing that also increases your level of success is my blitz teams. So if you go to my Discord, the link will be in the description, you can go to the blitz section, blitz teams right here, and you can find the best 45 teams that you can make right now, and this will allow you to get an average win rate of 95%. So 95, 96. From the 45 teams, I usually win 43 times or 42 times. It's around that. So this is going to be extremely important because the more teams you have, the more success rate you're going to have, the more orbs you are going to open, and the more shards you're going to get for KANG. Okay, so on top of that, we are getting a little bit less of the amount of shards that I mentioned because at the same time we have on the web store the milestones for KANG that require to spend energy, and that spending energy also requires you to spend some power cores. It's not like a huge amount, but it's still significant. So you want to complete this event only to the milestone 15, which requires you to spend like 50 power cores per day or something like that. It's not a meaningful amount. Anything beyond that, you are overexpending. And Marvel Strike Force is a resource management game. If you are overspending, you are playing it wrong. You are not winning like that. So as soon as you get to this milestone, stop it. And you should try only to complete this within the last 2 or 3 hours of the milestones reset. Otherwise, you might make the mistake of overspending. So this is one additional orb. And that means that if you remove these orbs that we are getting from the store, you're going to get a total of 200 shards, definitely over 180. So if you do the 8 rotations per day, yes, you can get free-to-play, 100% free-to-play 4-star KANG. Of course, you have to blitz non-stop for 2 hours, or you have to blitz 8 times per day, and that's going to take like between 7 minutes to 10 minutes, and if you add everything up, it's going to like take 2 hours and a half, or 1 hour and a half, which is a lot of time, but yeah, you know, time is money, and if you want to save money, you have to waste time, and this is not convenient for some people. There are some means out there where you can blitz in other ways, but for most people this is going to be the most convenient, especially because you have the higher win rate. So is KANG free-to-play, obtainable 100%? Is KANG 4-star free-to-play? Yes, if you put the sweat into it. It's definitely better than what we had with Agent Venom. Okay, so now to talk this last part. No, let's continue. So, speaking of Agent Venom, speaking of bad events, we have a lot of negativity going on right now in the community. We have tons and tons of videos talking trash about the game and the situation and so on, but a lot of content creators, they lack in self-awareness. They have short memory. It's normal, like everyone is like that, or most people are like that, and people suffer from Mandela effect. What is Mandela effect? Mandela effect is you thinking that you remember something in a way that it actually never happened. Many people are saying that these events are trash, it was never like this in the past, and so on. It's definitely not the case. It has been like this for a long time. We had trash events like this in the past, like Echo, we had the Hulkbuster, we had the Scarlet Spider. Even that character was pretty trashy. Since we got in this new method of character released that the characters are required for Scourges, obviously Scopely is reducing the amount of character shards that you can get, because you can more easily unlock the legendaries. Let's be honest, these Scourge events, people forget about that, or people ignore that, but the fact that we are getting less shards for the normal characters, it's because of the Scourge events. The Scourge events reward the legendaries way more easily for everyone. Even right now, there are tons and tons of people getting 7 yellow stars Archangel with a mid-range effort, and people forget about that. Yes, you are getting less of the more common characters, but you are obtaining way more easily the new legendaries. And in the past, if you guys don't remember, in the past, or if you are not here around, when it was for the release of Omega Red, there were people that were not able to obtain Omega Red, not on the first pass and not on the second pass. This no longer happens. This no longer happens because of this new system of the Scourges. Everyone unlocks the new legendary characters. So it's something that people didn't like in the past. They didn't like the old legendary system. Now we have this new legendary system, and the character shards were adapted to fulfill that role. So of course that things are going to be slightly different, but that does not mean it's worse than ever. It's like I just don't understand this negativity, and especially because it's not reasonable. It's because people have this Mandela effect of a time when Marvel Strike Force was amazing, when it was never like this. Marvel Strike Force always had problems with character releases, and since the new legendary system was implemented, even worse. Other thing that people are talking about is the lack of campaign events. People are saying that, oh, we don't have campaign events for like a long time. It's not true. We just had a campaign event last patch. The problem is that last patch lasted for 2 months, and this new patch, the one we have right now, is also lasting for 2 months, 1.5 months plus. So it might seem that, oh, we didn't have campaign events for so long. Yeah, because the patches were so long. Why are the patches being so long? Well, because there are several things coming to Marvel Strike Force. Some of them have been teased. We have the new power cores, the rainbow cores, whatever people want to call it, the ultra cores. They are coming to the game. There are other things, other catch-up mechanics that are also coming to the game. Other things that are also coming to the game is the Isolate Purple. Scopely has been teasing for like 6 months to a year that the ISO 8 purple is coming up soon, and now with more people having ISO 8 blue level 4 and ISO 8 blue level 5, of course the new ISO 8 is coming, and whales, they have nothing to do, so they desperately need to release this ISO 8 purple so the whales buy it. Otherwise they have nothing to buy, and they want to buy stuff, of course. And that's the thing, we just have to manage our expectations, and this is in regards to what we can accomplish in the game, and this is also what we can expect from Scopely. We cannot expect miracles. At the end of the day, they are a company that they want to make money, and they want to justify what they are doing to their investors and so on, and we had the COVID situation where their profits were super high. Now it's no longer that situation, so they have to create the mechanics to keep up with their profits with this new reality that thankfully it's not the one from COVID. And that's pretty much it. We just have to be more fair, and we have to actually be aware of what was going on and so on. So KANG 100% free to play, obtainable at 4 stars if you put the effort. If you go to my Discord, if you check out my Blitz teams, once again, you can see the reactions, tons and tons of reactions of people that are using my Blitz teams, and they are being very successful with them, and they already unlocked KANG free to play because of that. Now, finally, to end up the video, let's talk about the bugs in terms of the KANG. So there is this bug on his passive that the extra health and the lifesteal, it only activates when you do the T4. It only shows that ability is on when you do the T4. So that's the first bug, it's only a visual bug. Then we have a bug with the special that is not applying slow to adjacent targets, depending on the game mode. This is very dependent on the game mode. In Arena, it doesn't work for me. In Dark Dimension, it doesn't work for me. Dark Dimension 1, 2, and 3. Like, none of the Dark Dimensions, even 4, none of the Dark Dimensions, it works for me. Then in raids it works all the time. So it's strange why in Arena, Dark Dimensions, it never works, but in raids it always works. Then we have another problem. This one was catched by Tauna, and the ultimate ability has 2 different bugs. So the first bug is that it says clear 3 positive effects. It never clears the 3 positive effects. So this is something that is not working as intended for sure. Then we have also this ability that reduces the speed bar of the enemies by 10%. This ability also does not work properly, and it only works if the enemies resist the defense down. So you can see right here, clear barrier, clear dead proof, and apply defense down. If the enemies resist the defense down, then yes, you can turn rewind the enemies by 10%. But if the enemies do not resist the defense down, then you cannot turn rewind the enemies by 10%. So we have multiple bugs going on here, and if you are unlocking KANG right now, make sure you are aware of these situations, and don't go like to test him out in something that is a little bit dangerous, and then you are expecting something and unfortunately is not working properly. But hopefully Scopely will be able to fix these. And that's it, guys. That's gonna be the video, so I hope you guys enjoy it. Guys, be aware that there is a lot of Mandela effect going on out there. Things people are saying that happened in the past, it never happened, it was never like that. And we have to understand that to unlock legendaries more easily, like we're having right now, then there must be some kind of compromises, and the compromises is that the events are not that great, and that also some of these characters will require a lot of effort in order to unlock at a good amount of stars. And KANG at 3 stars is great, but once again, you can unlock him at 4 yellow stars, and once again, if you want the best blitz teams that you can make this patch, you can go to my Discord, link is in the description of the video, and you can go to the blitz section, and you can find this, you can download, share it around with your alliance, whatever you want to do for you to be more successful in blitz. So yeah guys, that's going to be the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you smash that like button, and if you found the video helpful, make sure you share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content, and I will catch you guys later.